This Body of Armour by Elliot Hallersley. This body of armour that is the weight and size of my heart is the shield and protection to my soul and eyes. When touched I breathe sweet air.
Safety in numbers. Numbers of possibilities. Possibilities in abundance. Abundance of nothing. Nothing to declare. Declare bankruptcy. Bankruptcy court. Court the dangers. Danger in darkness. Darkness to light. Light the touch paper. Riff-raff.
One of the key things to these sessions is creating an environment where people feel safe to talk and safe to create, because it can be quite scary letting down those barriers and creating something. A lot of people that we work with haven't done any poetry or stitching or art since school, so we take that experience away from the schoolroom. We work with the Booth Centre, which is a day centre for people who have experience of homelessness or a risk of homelessness in Manchester. And they create an amazing atmosphere, a very warm and safe environment where people can do just that. There's a lot of laughter in our sessions, even though the subject matters can go quite dark at times. Textiles and embroidery and quilt making, there's a great association with comfort and warmth and protection.
When you are in a peaceful vicinity, try and work out infinity. It brings you to immortality. That is my mentality. Anonymous.
We all of us wear armour, we all wear suits of armour, and they're part of our defence mechanism, but you wear the armour of ideas, experience, body language, the things that protect you. And this project is discussing how we defend ourselves and also what it feels like to take the armour off, because armour, whether it be a suit of armour or whether it be psychological armour, is something that weighs very heavily sometimes on people. This is a project that runs these creative discussions with people who are veterans and also with homeless people. So we wanted to make a note of that, and we also wanted to discuss what it might be like to move beyond that warlike situation.
Before this project started, we had some conversations with people who had been in the armed forces, and they were saying, how are you going to get people, squaddies, to do embroidery? If they think they're doing something like that, they'll run a mile. It's the same with the poems. If you are playful in your approach, again, it allows those more difficult conversations to be had.
Being able to express yourself again, and I've loved being able to do it. I might write something down one day, because I go everywhere now with a pen and a pad, and I might be on a bus coming down to the centre or whatever, and basically just have an idea in my head and get it out and write the idea down. I focused on personal armour, of putting up walls and how armour has not so much just in the military but to individual people. They can put up walls, they can put their armour up to protect themselves from other things, and then learning how to take that armour down again.
Had you ever written a poem?
No,
before?
it's my first poem I've ever written. My first poem I've ever written. And it's the first time that I've ever written on material as well, so I really did enjoy it. The first story I wrote, I took it and I showed it, really I'm normally embarrassed to show things to people, but I showed it to my next door neighbour and to some other people, and they said to me, Peggy, God, that's really, really strong poem that you've written there. It's your life story and it's a strong poem to show to people. And I read that wrong, no one going to attack me in the room. Night. I said no one going to attack me in the night. For me, embroidery, when I'm stressed out and that, embroidery is very therapeutic for me and it calms me down and that, you know what I mean? It takes all my stress levels away from me. I just feel like that I'm not harming myself and I'm not hurting myself when I'm doing it, you know what I mean? But I'm just keeping my calm. So that's how I feel about it.
There are things of beauty and things of pain and things of great humour, and that's what the sessions are like as well. They're these wonderful mix of laughter and pain and tears, and those tears might be mine sometimes, or they are often our participants, but they support each other in the sessions.
Arthur and Martha workshops have brought me back to, well, me again, in the sense of my love for textiles, visual arts, media, people. We use armour, whether it's how we talk, how we dress, how we walk, moods we actually evoke or project. This mortal armour that I wear, first uncomfortable, reserved, smile, quilted, this mortal armour that I wear, my tongue licks and feels cold and smooth.
Once you are engaged in something like stitching, it allows other things to come out. It allows other conversations to be had. It's almost like you need to be there to see it. It's a very difficult thing to describe, but it's something that we see all the time, that engaging in making, changing the way we look at ourselves and the way we look at the world around ourselves, and creating something.
Being on the streets, I've always walked around, not slept. So I get tired sometimes, but this lesson means a lot. It means a lot because it's helping me open up more. Because I'm a quiet person.
So this is a poem which is a response to chaos, when things go wrong. And what I like about this is there's a humour in it, and also an experience of darkness, but the darkness doesn't overcome the humour. Fish and chips I like to order. I don't like the word chaos, it brings disorder. Danger comes in all sorts: car, bus, tram, suicidal thoughts.
3 nights awake, powder fueled. 3 nights watchful, looking, seeing, staring. 3 what, when, why. 3 days dead asleep. Dreamless pitch darkness, 3 times unlucky. Wives, tears, tell tales. Stuart Totten.
Smell grass.
What were you going to say?
Paint.
Paint. Go with it.
Hear the birds.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Taste.
Apples.
Feel.
A breeze.
Yes. Bottle.
Bottle of water. Not sleeping on the
on
a cold floor.